Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction bingo for One Piece chapter 1187. I'm excited, as always. I really love the flashback that we just came out of. We didn't have a break week this week, and I think I've already heard that we're not having a break week in the coming week, so we get another chapter next week. I think I've already heard that. Sorry if I am spreading misinformation, but the way I usually do this, if you're returning, you already know. If you want to become a member or patron by hitting join down below or going to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description, then you get these early because I post them for patrons and members and record this as soon as the scans come out because I personally like reading the scans. But if you don't want to do that, but you do want to stick around, subscribe and all, don't worry, I don't post the video publicly until the official translation comes out because there's already enough people trying to spoil you, so I'm not trying to. So I don't post things until the official translation for everybody, but if you do want to see it early, like as soon as I actually go record, then you can see it early. It's available for you as a member or patron. But either way, I guess that's about it. Going into this, messing with the bingo card, I couldn't think. I sat there for forever trying to think of something to replace Yorkie, because I figured we could go ahead and remove Yorkie from the bingo card generator, but I could not think of anything, so there's one less possibility that you could end up with, because I couldn't think of anything to replace that spot with, so I just took Yorkie out of the rotation. But either way, there's still like 27 or 28 possible words that you're possible things, boxes that you could end up getting. If you want to play along with bingo yourself, it'll be down in the comments and description as always. But either way, with all of that intro stuff aside, let's see what I got on my bingo card so that I can start reading. So this time around, I end up with Joy Boy or Nika mentioned, where we ended off last time. Extremely possible that this one's happening. Child, Straw Hat Grand Fleet Representative, New Name Devil Fruit, Flashback, Zoan Transformation, God's Knights, any Straw Hat member, Gorosei, Silhouetted Character, Bounty Reveal, Imusama, Free Space, which we can click, Blood, Sweat, or Tears, New Named Character, Odar Narrator Box, Food, Carrot and or Zunisha, Cross Guild, Vivi Wapple or Morgans. That is, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, these are all pretty easy spaces that, you know, we could potentially get for anybody doing a bingo. These three might be hard mode back to back. Apparent Death, Devil Fruit Awakening, Yonko, Revolutionary, or Named Attack. So with that aside, let's actually start reading. We have chapter 1187, The Cause. And we're starting off with Reiju. I thought that was going to be their mom at first. I thought it was going to be Sora. And we have the rest of the Vinsmoke family as ducks. Cover request by Nebobo D420 Land. Reiju sternly scolding some swans to protect an ugly duckling. Cute. Cute way to, like, I don't know, make this. That's cute. So, getting to the actual chapter, though, what we're actually here for, Luffy socks Simu. We have Loki, live Loki reaction, and then the shot of Imu rebounding from it, and Luffy yelling. We've got the black lightning coming off of it, and he omens up and forms these smiling black orbs. And all the trees start getting blown away. You may have got a good hit in, or you may have got a good one in, but that's only thanks to all the damage I already dealt him, says Loki. You seem real beat up. Relax for a bit. Relax, who do you think you're talking to? And the black orbs that Imu created, is this going to be a debuff type move? Because now it's hanging around on Luffy's shoulder. Is this going to be just like a spell type thing? Whoa. And then we have Loki wheezing. Bastard. Huh? And the other one is on Loki? So are they both just going to be debuffed by these things on their shoulders? Now we get a 2-page shot. Whoa. Huh? It's not really hot. It doesn't even hurt that much, but what is with this black fire? Wow. This guy's even more scary up close. And he's forming the hand signs. We're to aim above the belly, where the sword pierced him a moment ago. And they're talking to each other. Damn it, what is this stuff? It's spreading. Stigma. Kanji is resentful demon sword. Imo has such an interesting moveset. We have seen so many different things already. I can't even tell what the hell is going on, really. Okay, so we have Loki and Imo across from each other. Luffy reacts. The attack goes below Luffy, and we see the reaction of Loki getting sent back, and then the shot of the Sword of Stigma stabbing through where he was hit before. So it's like he can mark them with the Omen and then send the attack out to the mark. Again, just what a wild, what a deep bag. What a large amount of different kind of moves we've seen from Himu out of the Yeoman stuff. What's with this thing? It just won't break. And we have the block of ice. Well, wheeze, nothing's working. Man, people are gonna slander Jinbei even more. This can't really be made of ice, can it? It's more like diamond or something. Oh, whether it's ice or not, wouldn't she have already suffocated by now? Ouch. Dummy. And then, but look, it's cold to the touch. Or actually, I'm not really sure, but you can't tell? Hey, you're right, when I touch it, I'm not really sure. Enough, you non-humans just can't tell. It's definitely cold. And then, some hit, I can't even tell what that says. Heal? Look out behind? Or just heh, I guess? And then we have Loki falling. Okay, so since Loki's falling here, I'm assuming then Ragnar is going to unleash the ice. Loki? Huh? Oh, watch out, the hammer. Squeak, squeak. Whoa. No way. Was he beaten? He's been stabbed in the chest. He starts coughing. Squeak! Hey, look. And the ice starts melting. Whoa, the ice has started to melt. Princess Shuri. Okay, this is moving quick. And we have the fire still growing on Luffy. Whoa. And Imo does the thing where he aims again, where his left eye would be. And then Luffy just grabs onto the cloak with the flame on it and throws it off. And jumps away. So Imo's attack goes after the coat that had the flame on it, rather than Luffy himself. So the flame was stuck to the coat, not actually to him. Then Sea Cloud Port West Village. And we have a bit of a map. Zoro's location. Look who it is. One of the 3 demons. A Straw Hat. Aren't you just at the village? What are you doing here? Looking for a beating? You bastards ruined our reunion feast with our old friends. Oh, sorry about that. We're just here to pick up 10 or 20 kids at most. My associate should be bringing them over from the village any minute now. Then we'll be out of your hair. Is that so? What a coincidence. One of my associates is also swinging by the village, but I don't think your guy will be the one coming back. This is an interesting panel. I don't feel like we see a ton that look like this in One Piece. Even this chapter as a whole, some of the paneling and shots feel a little different. Oh, may I ask why? 'Cause he'll be dead. Gee, ha ha ha. You really have no idea just how awesome we are right now. And he uses his thorns to send out the straight thrust attack towards Zoro. In the West Village, rain pours as if a hole was torn in the sky. And now we're seeing the map from that side. I'm starting to grasp the situation. Problem 1, a monster bigger than any giant is trying to kidnap the kids. And he's lighting a cigarette. That's a pain to deal with. Their mothers are crying their eyes out. I can't stand the sight of it. But I can't save the brats myself because of problem 2. That monster's a woman and I can't kick it. That's another pain to deal with. And the warriors won't stop at anything until the kids are safe. Right? Taking in the shot of the warriors fighting Zaza. Ripley, damn it, leave him alone. Clone, Mommy, I'm sorry I got caught again. Then, there's problem 3. While I can't stand to see a woman cry, it's okay if I don't join their fight, because I know the cause of all this is really you, and he kicks it, killing him. Even if the giants lose sight of you, you can't outrun me. Good grief, you really are tough. I'm ending this here. You fool, there's a big difference between tough and immortal. There's no way you can beat me. Your assessment's right, though. If I were out of commission, my ability would dissipate. So just giving him the info, but also the paneling here is so cool. Like the setup here with Zoro and Summers and then Sanji and Killingham is really has really been done in a much more creative and cool way than I was thinking. So go ahead and try. Let's see if you can take out the rain god. Onward, rain god, take those brats away. How terrifying. I know your weakness. Ha ha ha. Oh ho, how interesting. So you're saying you can use Conqueror's Haki. Go ahead then, kill me. And he stabs forward. Your captain's one of the 4 emperors. You should be meticulous if you intend to have his back. My bad. Hey old man, what about me? Do I really not have Conqueror's Haki? You have the traits of one who might. Really? But somehow, I get the impression you burden yourself with painful uncertainty. For it to manifest, one must be a king. A king. Luffy. Okay, so we're actually, instead of it just being like, okay, Zoro just had it, and that's kind of what we've seen from pretty much any character that has Conqueror's Haki, is we either catch them at a point where they already had it, or it was developed off screen, or it just awoke in them at some point. But this seems like Sanji's mentality is blocking himself, and he actually has to, in order to get to Conqueror's Haki, he has to do some sort of, mental self-improvement, or he has to grow to awaken it, which is interesting in that it is the type of Haki that they're like, oh, you can't achieve it, it's just something you have or you don't. But now we're seeing a case of somebody who has the potential, but he would have to change himself to manifest it. But I also think that Sanji's qualities that don't necessarily make him a king are the things that Luffy likes and respects about him so much. So I wonder how it'll play out with Sanji's development. But it is interesting that it is, for Sanji, a development thing. But also, I still think it would be really, really cool if he was able to somehow copy Imu's Maki and use black flames, going from the red flames and then the blue flames and then to black flames, because it would fit completely with the Blackleg Sanji, name. So I think if he somehow was able to pull off black flames like Imu, even though with Imu, the Maki, the omen, is like a part of his devil fruit, probably. If it's something that anybody could potentially awaken to, it would be interesting, and doing something a little different, since we've seen a bunch of characters with Conqueror's Haki at this point, it would be interesting to see Sanji somehow end up with Maki instead. He truly wants to be a pirate, or a pirate king with all his heart. So, thou hast finally revealed thyself. Saint Nerona Emu versus Monkey D. Luffy. And again, the paneling here is so different from typical One Piece, with the setup with these 3 fights. Don't go calling me whatever you want. The name's Luffy. The man who's going to be king of the pirates. And he always has this moment where he says it to like all the antagonists, and now we have him saying it to Emu. Who truly has the qualities of a king? Special cover and color spread next issue to celebrate the 29th anniversary. Wow, that's insane, 29th anniversary. Okay, really, really good chapter. I didn't really bother with the bingo just because I was so engrossed in everything going on. And again, like I said, the art is pretty like One Piece-ish, pretty normal. When I look at the faces, the facial expressions, the character designs, the backgrounds, it all looks like usual Oda stuff. But the paneling here and the angles on the shots and stuff, a lot of them are really interesting for One Piece. There are some that looks similar, like you have the thrusting panel with Killingham here that I'm looking at, or the one where Sanji is like in that sort of pose kicking down. We see a lot of those kinds of poses in One Piece. So those don't look super new, but a lot of the stuff like Sanji crouching on the edge of the rooftop and Killingham up in the air, or the panel with Zoro and Summers, or even the one here at the end with the title drop for Imu and Luffy, is just so different and unique. It's something that we see very rarely or not at all. Stuff like this. It's a little different. Okay. And now I am really excited. I was already excited. I think a lot of people weren't as excited for the Sanji and Zoro fights since we've already kind of dealt with Killingham and Summers already. But I was excited for them, and now I'm even more excited. They set this up really well. And we have all three of these fights going. Very cool stuff. So, before I do anything else, let's run through these. I guess technically we did not see any flashback or new name Devil Fruit or a Grand Fleet representative, did we? Because Hyradine, I was paying attention because of the bingo card for Hyradine when we saw like all the warriors fighting Zaza and all, but I didn't see Hyradine in all of this. Yeah, when talking to, or when like yelling Princess Shuri and stuff like that, there wasn't any flashback there. So I don't think we flash back to anything. Huh, it's weird. Usually there's at least some kind of flashback in here. Child, we did see Cologne and the other children being taken. It is wild to me that Imu never called him Joy Boy or mentioned Joy Boy or anything. Right? Like, I guess I'll have to check the very bottom again when Luffy was saying about his name. Yes, so thou hast finally revealed thyself. Don't go calling me whatever you want. He didn't say you have revealed yourself Joy Boy or anything. Okay, so not mentioned. A lot less than I expected here. I don't think we got an actual silhouetted character. I don't think so. We got Straw Hats, though. We got God Knights. We got Zoan transformations. No new named character. Definitely got Blood, Sweat, or Tears. Imusama. None of those that weren't too obvious. Did we get food? I mean, technically, at the very beginning, we got the ducks and geese or whatever. They are technically not in food form though, so I don't think we count those. Narrator box we did get when we got those maps showing where everybody was. Luffy's a Yonko. Did we have a named attack? Yeah, we did from Imu. Wow. So we got Devil Fruit Awakening also. So yeah, I guess if you were luckier with your card setup, you could have ended up with a bingo, but I didn't. Wow, I was kind of thinking after having read the chapter, I thought there would be a little bit more filled in. I mean, technically there's a lot, but yeah, did not get lucky this week. Either way though, I will end things here. Sorry that I am very low energy. I am tired coming into this, but either way, I suppose that's it. Like I said before, if you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or patron, if you want to hit join down below to become a member, go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or link will be in the description. You will get these videos early. Patrons and members get them then, and then when it's public for everybody the chapter that is, the video will also go public for everybody. Also, if you want to if you want to subscribe, if you want to comment down there to tell me how you did on bingo or what you thought about the chapter or my first thoughts or anything. And if you want to help support the channel by sharing around or dropping a super thanks, that'd be appreciated too. But either way, thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Holly and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls DD Ban and Maru, Cheriton Student David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pater de All. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here, so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.